All right, guys. So this is the first trade here. This was yesterday on the 15th. So coming into the day at 9:30, guys, as you guys see, we had some moves down basically, and from here we have a move up. So at this point, I'm marking out equilibrium because what I'm seeing right now is also just understanding that market right now is very choppy, specifically on the NQ market. So I said to myself, okay, the same confirmations I may look for on the 1 minute, I want to look for on the 5. So as you guys see here, we marked out equilibrium, and then yeah, guys, we went into it. So you guys see here, pretty simple. And then we broke structure out. So we waited for a candle to come in and a candle to close outside of it on the 5 minute, not the 1 minute, due to the market conditions currently. And from there, we entered the trade. Now, I'm going to tell you guys where my take profit placement was at and why it was at where it was at. So going on to the hourly here, I realized that we had some draws in liquidity. So we had liquidity right here. We had some liquidity right here as well. And yeah, also even moving further down. But what really stood out to me is this liquidity right here, because if you even go on the 4 hour time frame, you can see that we were getting ready to inverse this, which is what we did. We inversed this gap right on the 4 hour. So that was good sign that maybe we don't want to go all the way down to the daily, right? But we definitely want to go down to some sort of liquidity that we have down here. So that is where I put my take profit. And you know, don't always do this, but you know, try to take partials in between. But yeah, this is a good trade that I was able to catch right here, and a pretty big trade. So yeah, as you guys see, take profit hit within a few hours. And yeah, guys, that was the first trade, as simple as that. So quick recap of that. Came into market open. Um, you know, was patient, waited for this low to form, marked from this high down to this low, equilibrium, entered into on the 5 minute, break a structure out, boom, entry all the way down to recent liquidity. And to be completely honest with you guys, you could have just marked up to here, right? Um, even if you're only using one contract, right? Boom, there you guys go, 241 ticks right there. But yeah, guys, this trade alone was $24,000 across 5 accounts, guys. So this is really, really good trade right here. Now let's move on to the next trade. All right, guys, moving on to the second trade. So the trade from today. So we came in here, market open here at 9:30. But quickly, let me show you guys what's going on. So on the daily, we didn't really have anything to go for because the previous day wick is already like right here to where we were opening up for market. So we didn't look for any like daily draws and liquidity. You do have previous days and stuff like that, but I don't really go off of those personally. So next step, move down to the 4 hour and see what's going on. Okay, so if my computer will stop lagging. All right, so as you guys see, there's not really much to inverse here. There is draws and liquidity though, and liquidity itself can be strong. So let's just see what happens here, moving down to the hourly and then the 5 minute time frame. So okay, we're getting a little more insight here. So we do have a fair value gap all the way over here that we inversed, right? So if we mark this out real quick, boom, 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 we inversed that at 8 o'clock. So this is our literal check that we could go down for the day. And it's not necessarily our locked bias, but it's just something that we pay attention to. So fast forward to the 5 minute time frame, guys. This is what happened today. Another really solid trade. So we marked out pre-market equilibrium from this high to this low, right? We came up into it. From here, we're waiting for some sort of break of structure. And as you guys see, what happened? Boom, broke structure. Enter the trade right here, right? 2% per account. That's what we risked. It's roughly 2%, right? Almost got stopped out. You're going to see. Look at that. That is insane. Almost got stopped out. But we set our take profit down to 300 ticks. Now, why did I set it down to 300 ticks? Well, if you guys look on the hourly time frame, you can look at our draws and liquidity. So remember, we already inversed on the hourly right here. So let's see what our draws and liquidity are. If we're going to inverse this, we're not going to stop right here. Like market wouldn't just stop right here. We're most likely going to take this out. Understand that. So we knew that that was the most likely case here. So we marked this out. and I could have went all the way, but I understood that I'd rather go for a base hit here for 300. But yes, you could have went all the way, got yourself 326. I think even more ticks. But yeah, after that, look, we reverse up because we don't want any more liquidity. Remember, we literally just inversed this whole entire gap. So at this point, we're just gonna take out what we can and go back up. We're not gonna just, you know, all the way down. So that's how you have to understand liquidity, and that's pretty much my understanding of the market and how I was able to um, win this trade as well. And this trade was $7,500, right, across 5 accounts. That's what the calculation is, and that's pretty much it. That is $31,500 in 2 trades back-to-back days, guys. The markets have not been easy, but if you can, sometimes switch your time frame and use your same market understanding, then you can sometimes make money. And I'm fast forwarding to show you guys how bad market has been. So if I decided I wanted to wait later on for some sort of 1 minute, equilibrium and stuff like that, I would have probably got stopped out. But understanding the market conditions, I was able to map out a pre-market EQ and take a 5-minute setup just like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. And yeah, I'll catch you guys whenever I catch you guys. Trade safe and trade for tomorrow. I love you guys. Peace.